Good morning, students. We are discussing about the progress of educational activities in our country. We know the Britishers started their administration after the Battle of Plassey, that is in 1757. Slowly they captured different parts of India and they began to rule. So they had their selfish motive in introducing Western education in India, that we have discussed for 3 days. Now the nationalist leaders who are trying to improve the system of education and inculcate a feeling of nationalism into the mind of Indian people, they began to think that Indian education system should be changed. So prominent among them are Mahatma Gandhi, Tagore, RABINDRANATH, etc. Today we will just discuss about some of the viewpoints of Mahatma Gandhi about Indian education system and why he refuses to accept the British education system. We must understand, Gandhi was born in India, he got educated in the Western system, he went to European country, Britain, and had his bachelor degree as a law, and he came back to India to practice as a lawyer. Then he went to South Africa, again he came back to India and started the national movement. Now he understands the drawbacks of the Western education. What should be done with that Western education to change the mindset of Indian? That's what we are going to see. See, national education, the policy or thinkings of national, these leaders are called in national education. Mahatma Gandhi, one of the leader. Another one is Rabindranath Tagore. I know you have heard about him. He is the person who got the Nobel Prize for Literature from India, the only person for literature. And his book named GANDHI brought Nobel Prize for. So this Rabindranath Tagore had his vision of education that we will study yesterday. Today we will go to Gandhi only. They wanted a national education in India. They were not happy with the Western style of education. The education should recover our sense of dignity. That was Gandhian idea. We have got a dignity of our own. The feeling that I am. The feeling that I am is not wrong, it's needed for us. We should not bend our backbone unwantedly in front of others. We should be able to keep our backbone straight and talk to somebody. For that we need a confidence. We should be confident of something. Now I am standing in front of you and talking with all because I am confident that whatever I teach is correct. If I am not confident, I will have a doubt in my mind and brain, so the teachings will not come proper. So first thing is that we should be confident. For that we should, that I am confident of it. That confidence should be. That we get through education. So that's what is there. So dignity is needed. Colonial education creates a sense of inferiority. Means, when we see that Western education, study Western education, we feel that we are backward. We are not equal with them. Their education is higher. Their facilities are higher. When we see that one person is with coat and tie is superior, we feel ourselves inferior. If we just see that one person with a coat and tie is normal, like he wants to wear that, no problem for us. If we feel that is something important, then we lose our confidence. So we should not lose our confidence when looking at something or somebody is having something. If we have got an ordinary pen and another one is having a high-tech pen or high costly pen, like please, if you know my pen is not good, then you lose your pen is good for you. The material that you use is good for you. That feeling should come. It is good for him. Let him use. What's the problem for me? So that is important. That's what. So if we should know, when we study there, when I wear a cloth, I am trying to imitate others. I am trying to imitate. I am not trying to do what others are doing. When I am trying to imitate, I cannot. You might have seen film stars, sounds are imitated by somebody, mimicry artist. So when you are imitating, you are only imitating, you are not that person, you cannot be that person. So don't try to imitate, you be your own. That is what is needed. When we imitate, we cannot become that person. So imitating is wrong. So that's what it is. When you are trying to get a Western education, we feel inferior, we are not equal to them. So that is the what Gandhi tells. Destroyed the pride of Indians, our past. Because of the Western education, we forgot about our past, how we were, what we were. So what happened? We lost the base on which we stand. When the base is not clear, it will be balanced. You may fall down any moment. We are not confident my foot is, my leg is strong or wavering. So that is important. That's what the Gandhi tells. We enslaved us. We became slaves. Oh, their idea is good. I should every time accept whatever they say. So that is what. So Gandhi tells no. Those who got Western education began to appreciate anything and everything coming from the West. If we are addicted to somebody, we are under the control of some other person. Whatever he says, whether it is good or bad, good, we will appreciate. Right? Because we are not able to have our own base. If somebody does something wrong, we should have the guts to say it is wrong. That is education. So when we are appreciating unwantedly, which is good things, we should be appreciated. Whoever does. Good things should be appreciated. And things that are bad should be told it is bad. So that education we get when we have our own confidence, our own educational system. That is what Gandhi tells. Gandhi requested students to leave education institutions during the freedom struggle. In 1920, when we have started our freedom movement, Gandhi asked the students to leave their education institutions when non-cooperation movement was implemented. So, not to cooperate with the British, leave the education, that we will study later, leave the education institution. So, when the students have left the education institutions run by the British government, naturally it is a responsibility of the leaders to provide education to the children. It is their responsibility to start a school run by Indians. That is important. When we are ready to support somebody, when we tell somebody, come out, I will support, you must support that person. So that is one. So that's why the leaders were opening education institutions in India at that time. So yesterday also we told vernacular language should be the medium of instruction. Now you are listening to my class, but if I use some Kannada word or Hindi word, you will be very happy to listen to it. Because When you hear me in Kannada or in Hindi, whichever your mother tongue, suddenly that vibrates on your brain. So the education in the primary school should be in the vernacular language. That is what is being taught. When you join in the school in the 6th class, all those Kannada medium, even English medium boys, they were not understanding, or you are not understanding what was being spoken by the teachers. But 2-3 years now you are still, first you think everything in your brain, in your mother tongue, then you try to translate them into English. When you come out of that and when you use real English, then teaching becomes so learning the English is important for that. So the vernacular language is needed for education. That is what is taught. Local language, now language that is being heard when we are least born. Till we go to school, nobody teaches how to speak in our mother tongue. No? Nobody teaches. Automatically we listen to others and we hear and we speak. That happens naturally. No need father comes and tells you speak this word for this word. Nobody teaches you. Automatically you pick up because you hear what others think. That is the reason. So the same word you use it in your language. English educator speaks foreign language. Naturally. When they are speaking English, it's foreign language. It's not our language. He says Western education value the textbooks. You know, textbook is a creation of an individual. His brain, his thinking, or 2-3 individuals together they might have made it, but it is their brain. Beyond that life is there. It is not only the textbook life. If I just teach you only based on the textbook, many of the points may not come up. I take different sources, information, not only the textbook. That is the reason I am able to do like this. Then lived experience. Your life experiences are more valuable than just a textbook. That's what Gandhiji tells. Education should develop mind and soul. What are mind and soul? Soul is something about God. So searching of God, some feelings about other human beings, our heart feeling. Not only the brain development, the heart also should be the sentiments, the feelings about others also should be developed. That's what Gandhi tells. Many other nationalists also supported opening schools by Indians. They thought it is good that children should be given Indian education. It is not for favoritism or my idea. It is for a proper understanding of the things. That is all. We should consider everything all at that time. An argument for European knowledge. Woods, in his letter, he has written in this. These are the letters that is written by Woods in his dispatch. Let us see what he has written in the letter. Woods' dispatch in 18 marked the final trump of those who opposed Oriental learning. The Woods' dispatch letter was like this. It is stated, we must emphatically declare that education which we desire to see extended in India is that which has for its object the diffusion of the improved arts, services, philosophy, literature of Europe, in short, European knowledge. See, this is what they wanted to dispatch or give what European knowledge to India, not Indian knowledge. This is a conflict. So they wanted to give only European knowledge. That is why this letter was given to the officials in India by Ouseph. Told it is to give a European knowledge to India. That is what. In a speech delivered by Aurobindo Ghosh was a nationalist leader. He was a member of a radical group. Later he left everything. Started ashram in Pondicherry, and lived a peaceful life. So that Arabindo Ghosh in 1908 he gave a speech on education. Let us see what is that speech. So this I have taken from your textbook as it is. In the textbook it is there. I just copied it for your understanding. You can see. Please read the textbook. There it is clear. Now listen to my class. Okay. Stated that the goal of the national education was to awaken the spirit of nationality. That we are Indians. That is nationality awakening. That we are Indians. We should work for India. We should live for India. We should think about India. That's it. That is all. That is awakening nationality among the students. Otherwise, we will think we will go on. Somebody makes you to speak. We will think the same only. You know, parent speaks what it hears. Same day, every day somebody comes and speaks one thing to you every day into your brain. You will also automatically think that is right. So Western education is like that. They were telling European education is good, European things are good, European things are good. Naturally, those who got education in the Western style, they will think all the things of European things are good, Indian things are not good. That is what Aurobindo Ghosh is telling. National education was to awaken the spirit of nationality among the students. This required a contemplation. Contemplation means thinkings, meditations, arguments, or everything, whatever we need to improve. That's contemplation. Of the heroic deeds of our ancestors. Discuss, debate about our ancestors, what our previous people have done it. Why do we study history? To know what the previous people have done. If there is a mistake, that should be corrected also. We cannot carry on with the mistakes. We should correct the mistakes and improve upon whatever we had. That is the reason why we study the old ones. Nothing is improved without the base. Now we are going to Mars. First we have not traveled to Mars, to our nearby planets. First we went to nearby planets, then we are planning to go to Mars. Then later, so like that it is different things. So first suddenly we will not go to far. So ancient things we study, from there we try to improve. Everything is like that. Last year you are studying, this year you study more improved version of something. So same thing you know. So that is improvement is needed. So the contemplation of the heroic deeds of our ancestors. The education should be imparted in a vernacular so as to reach the largest number of people. Because English people don't know. So if we hear a class from outside, just listen to the class. If it is in vernacular language, you may be able to understand. First time you are going to a class, you are able to understand some of the classes if it is in vernacular language. If it is in English, you don't understand anything. First you have to learn English. So that is what Aurobindo Ghosh is speaking. Aurobindo Ghosh emphasized that through the student, although the student should remain connected to their own roots, they should also take the fullest advantage of modern scientific discoveries. Fullest advantage of modern scientific discoveries. That also is needed, not only Indian education, because scientific discoveries are going on in European countries. Those scientific discoveries we should utilize it. He never said that we should not use the scientific discoveries. European countries have developed many scientific materials, then we should utilize it. That's good. But ideas, basic concepts, the human relationship, all those things we should know what was our setup. How that discovery, how that technology should be used for the people of India. When a farmer needs something and what should be cultivated for farmer, for him we should think. Not what should be cultivated for an American or European farmer. What an Indian farmer needs, scientists to think. Change the technology that he has learned to the needs of Indian people. That is the responsibility. That is what he tells. And Western experiments in popular governments. Democratically elected governments. How the people are happy, how the government is doing, that also we should know it. So good things we should take. That's what. Moreover, the students should also learn some useful crafts that they could. Craft making, materials making, technological things. Be able to find some remunerative employment after leaving the schools. You should be able to get a means of livelihood. The study has told our engineering colleges, don't produce the students who are needed for different professions. Our students who are coming out from the engineering institutes, only 20% of them are good to be used. Others have only bookish knowledge. They don't know how to do the things in practical. So what do many of them recruit them? Then they train them in their institutes. So when engineering, what training was given to them? You are studying in science school, the military training, you must get a military training. If you are not able to get a military training, basic military training in science school, there is no use of having this military institution or a science school. So that is necessary. So in engineering college, students should be able to do engineering activities. Practical skills you should have. That's what. Literacy itself is not enough. This is what we are going to discuss about Gandhi. Another from the textbook. Literacy. What is literacy? Ability to read and write. We call it the 3R. Read, write, and arithmetics. Basic arithmetics. Read, spelling is R-E-A-D. Write, W-R-I-T. Arithmetic, A-R-I. First word is A, but sound is Ra. That is why 3 R's. Basically, this unit. It can be in any language. That's a literacy. Your ability to read any one language and write any one language and able to do little bit calculations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's arithmetics. If that much you are able, your person will be called a literate person. So Western education, they were concentrating mainly literacy, means making the Indians to read English language and write English language. So if you are able to write English language and read English language, what will happen? You will just write and read it. So you become a clerk. They wanted those kind of persons. Because the officers will dictate, you should be able to write down. For writing down, you should know how to write down. That's what literacy. Numbers also should know. So that is what they wanted. So Gandhi tells no, literacy alone is not education. So Gandhi tells the education be all round. Okay. I need an all round drawing out of the bust in child and man, body, mind and spirit, to get out everything that is inside. So overlapping aspect taking place. Mahatma Gandhi has come here. It was written there on the computer system. Something has happened there. The education to me, it says to me, is to all round drawing out of the bust in child. The bust has to come out from the child. That is, your skills, your talents, your abilities should be developed. That is education. Not your skills and talents hiding and keeping. You should come out and you should use it for society and for your welfare. That is what education. That's what Gandhi tells. Drawing out of the best in child and men. Women also. Female also. Body, mind and spirit. Means complete personality. Not only one area, entire person. Literacy is not the end of education. It is not the end of education. And nor even the beginning. It's not the end or not the beginning. It is part of it. That's all. Literacy is a part of it. Not the end, not the beginning. Still it has to go, it doesn't end. Britishers were primary education, they won't just make the people literate. That's all. That's what. It is only one of the means whereby men and women can be educated. Literacy in itself is not an education. If you are literate, it doesn't mean that you are educated. That is not education. That's you know how to read and write. That's all. Any language it is. So if you are a literate, you can be literate in many languages. Okay, Kannada, Sanskrit, Malayalam, English, French, Tamil. So many languages are there in the world. So if you are literate in many languages, you can be literate. Come on. I would therefore begin the child's education by teaching it a useful handicraft. He tells you should learn how to make a handicraft, means do some activities. Practical activity. You are learning a driving license, if I am a teacher, like that, anything, a practical thing. That is education. That will bring you means of engineering job. It's a job. So you will learn a technique. You know, engineer has got specific areas. A doctor, it's also specific skill training. A nurse, an architecture, a farmer, all of them, all this, they have to get specialized. So a farmer who has taken a farming degree, he can go to a farm area and do the work, become a farmer, become a driver, become a tailor, anything. So you know how to do it. That is a practical knowledge of it. That's more important. Handicraft and enabling it to produce from the moment it begins its training. You started to stitch something, you are able to stitch, you get. That's what Gandhi tells. I hold that the highest development of the mind and the soul is possible under such an education. It tells if we are able to do anything, then that will be highest. Every handicraft has to be taught in merely mechanically. It's not just mechanically. You must know with mind and full heart. You must know this to do it. And you must be happy to do it. Then only that education has got a value. That what the Gandhi speaks. And as is done today, but scientifically, not merely mechanically, but scientifically also should be taught. Scientific way means easy to do the things. That is, the child should know the why and where, the process of every process, why this is done, how it is done, what is done, everything we should know. That's what Gandhi tells about it. So this is Aurobindo Ghosh. Aurobindo Ghosh. This is Charles. Okay, Aurobindo Ghosh. This is Charles. Okay. So thank you. Today we will discuss about Tagore and education.